Yo, you know they make like reclining chairs and stuff with USB ports on them.
Yeah. Like
Bro,
our couch has USB and outlets in them.
bro, it's life changing.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
not a change we needed to happen either. Like we
Yeah,
didn't
it's
need them to do that. It's terrible, but it's so convenient. That's the
I
thing.
already know.
Convenience is getting too convenient.
Well, yeah. I mean, I've thought about this a lot, Titus, especially when I was in college, because I mean, I majored in entrepreneurship and small business,
Right.
so a lot of it was trying to uh, exploit the needs of people, but it's really just exploiting the laziness of people.
Oh yeah.
That's all new inventions are. It's like it's just a way to like make things easier and lazier for people.
Technology scares me, bro. Like it truly freaks me out.
Yeah, I
Cause
mean,
there's
have you
cause
ever
there's
seen?
cool little convenient stuff like this, and then there's like the facial recognition technology that some companies sell in the police departments. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, which
It's wrong, Sudo. I'm over technology, bro. Like, I'm good. I think technology should stay right where it is right now. We stop advancing anything besides medical technology. Nothing else needs to be advanced.
yeah,
I
I
think we're
agree with like.
good.
There's
I don't
really
need
nothing else to
12G.
do.
I don't need 12G. Like, I'm good with the 4. I think 4 is a good stopping point.
Yeah,
It's a lot better than
well,
3. You know, I can stream my Netflix really well. I'm good right there. Let's stop right here. Freeze.
yeah, I know. There's a whole conspiracy I heard like when 5G was being unveiled that of course everybody was like, oh, the government came up with 5G, like whereas like it's the FBI that runs the 5G or whatever, stuff like that.
I mean, the
I
FBI
don't
runs
know
everything.
how true that is.
The
Yeah,
FBI runs everything.
FBI really
You
does.
know what bothers me? You know what really bothers me the most is targeted
What,
advertisements.
bro?
Like, I know you're watching me, but don't make it so obvious that you're watching me. Let me live
No.
in like a little bit of an oblivious bubble.
All right. So like the
You know what
amount
I'm
of
saying?
online shopping, yeah, the amount of online shopping I do, and I
Yeah.
just connect everything to my Google and Facebook account, it's freaking terrible, bro. Because it jumps from my laptop to my phone to the
It's the
desktop. Like it's
worst.
everywhere I go.
Bro,
Yeah, it
I
follows me
started
everywhere.
I started browsing Amazon while being logged out of my Amazon account. Just so I don't want
Wait,
to see
what?
ads later. So I'll just
Yeah.
like browse it
Well,
casually and then log in later and I won't see anything. Because I don't like it.
wow.
I don't like it. I don't.
Wow.
I hate it. Leave me alone.
Bro, you wow. That's heady. That's a heady play right there. I did not think of doing that.
Yeah, man. I just log out when I'm searching stuff because I don't want don't show up later. Or
Dude,
I'll turn my VPN on. Like I
what's
don't care.
crazy?
I need you to leave me
What?
alone.
Well,
I need you to live in a semi peace.
yeah, exactly. And what's crazy is that like you just brought this up when literally 5 minutes ago. I've just been killing time on my laptop doing a little research, but I was online. I was looking for some dress shoes or whatever,
Yeah.
and you know, we talk about like, oh, if you look up something or even if you say something, like it'll pop up. And dude, I didn't even say anything out loud. I just had the thought in my mind. I'd heard on another podcast I was listening to earlier today. It's like one of those, it's called Honey, whatever. It's like
Yeah.
you attach it to your browser. Yeah, and it automatically finds coupons. And I thought in my mind, I was like, oh, while I'm doing this, I thought about the honey thing. I was like, I need to, you know, download honey or whatever since I'm doing this. But while I'm thinking that, I'm scrolling through this page and there's an ad for honey.
It's terrible, bro.
It's crazy, dude.
It's awful. It's
They're in our
truly
minds.
yeah, man. I don't like it. I barely like using Bluetooth because Bluetooth is a like easy tracking thing.
Yeah.
But then the phone made it where you basically need Bluetooth at this point, which I didn't appreciate. Like as convenient as Bluetooth headphones are, I didn't appreciate being forced to use them. That's what I didn't like. Like don't force me into Bluetooth.
That is
You
crazy
know what I'm
because
saying?
when Bluetooth was first a thing, like I was anti Bluetooth. I was like, what is this for? Like, there's no
Right.
need for this.
Right.
But now, to me, Bluetooth's like the best invention
It's
ever.
so convenient.
I love it.
Bro, it's
I
so
love it.
convenient. Like when you can
Yeah.
walk around without getting your cord stuck on anything.
Yes.
It's such a convenient thing. And then we had to get the wireless Bluetooth. We had the wire was too much. The one wire on your neck was too much. It was too much wire for us. So we had to go completely wireless with the headphones now. Which I haven't gotten over that yet. I'm like, y'all couldn't handle that one wire, bro.
No, I'm all for the wireless though. I'm about
to get some wireless, I think. Just because, like, I really want some power beats, but nah. I really want some power beats, but power beats I can't pay $250. I can't do it. I can't pay $250 for headphones.
I mean, yeah, you missed out, man. You should have gotten them while they were hot for that Black Friday. Because I got my mom beats for Christmas.
Oh yeah, the power beats.
I was
too busy.
$250.
Go ahead, my bad.
No, go ahead. No, my bad. I was just gonna say instead of paying $250, they were $50 off, so I could justify $200.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah. What happened was I was too busy buying other people's Christmas stuff on Black Friday. That I didn't get my own stuff. People got some good Christmas stuff, man. People got some good Christmas from me last year, boy. I was turning up.
Between that, I got my mom, those, and I got my dad the Beats Studio 3.
The wireless? Yeah, I bought somebody some of those. Yeah.
Yeah, those were like originally $350.
Right.
I found them for what, $200, I think. Also, something like that.
Yeah, I came up with those. I got super finesse with that because I was able to put them on. I put them on layaway before the Black Friday sale, but then I paid it off the day after, and it still had the Black Friday markdown with it. So I got like another like 80 off of it.
Nice.
I was like, that's the move. It was absolutely perfect.
Yeah, I'm usually like every year I've always been like broke on Black Fridays. But this year was like my first year actually being able to take advantage of a Black Friday.
Yeah, man. It's nice. It's nice when you can just get some like, because I don't really need a lot. It's like I always get some tech. I always like having some tech or something. Yeah,
that's. I'm gonna eventually break down. I gotta get. I mean, I'm saying I have to, but I gotta get a MacBook. Like I want
one really badly, to be honest. Like I really want one. It's gonna make the recording easier too.
Yes.
So like I really, really want one, but they be killing me, man.
Yeah.
Because they just give you a base laptop and you got to pay for literally everything else attached to it.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
Y'all can't just throw a USB port up there? Nah, we can't do that. You gotta add that. Why would I get a laptop without at least 3 USB ports? Makes sense. Make that make sense, Apple.
Look, don't even get me started on Apple, bro, because my freaking AirPods, dude. Okay, so I bought the new AirPod Pros.
Did you? How you like them? Because I hate the way the AirPods, the regular AirPods look, and I hate the twos even more. They look like they look like skull candies. They just took skull candy.
I don't get that, dude. Because all right, so I bought the AirPod Pros. I hated the first ones. I thought they looked freaking stupid. Just that stick hanging off of that. I was like, why is it so long? Like
just cutting the cord off of regular earbuds.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I was like, that is the most stupidest thing like ever, and you're gonna lose those pretty quick. But then, I have the OG Power Beats, the wrap around your ears, but they have they're attached with the line. Well, when I'm walking around like a mall or Walmart or something, and I want to listen to music, I don't know. I just kind of felt like a douche, or I don't know. It just felt like a lot or whatever that I'm wearing these. So I wanted something minimal that it's not going to be, that easy to see. But I don't know, man. I think I feel like people give me weird looks when I walk around with my AirPods in, and I'm like, I don't know.
AirPods became a weird status symbol. It's like, I think AirPods are like the last level of Apple snobbery, according to like people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No.
Once you get AirPods, you reach peak Apple snob guy.
Yeah. I really do feel like it. I'm that guy, like walking around, and especially like I've been on the phone with people while I'm shopping, and like people are like turning around, like looking who am I talking to or whatever. And then they're
Right.
like, oh, it's that guy, like with his
That's exactly how
AirPods,
they feel. Like
AirPod Pros. Yeah. But I mean,
exactly
I
how
was the
they
same
feel.
way
It's so
though when I
funny.
saw people walking around with AirPod One, like the
Right.
first ones. I was like,
Right.
oh, like that guy. But now I'm that guy.
That's the thing, right? But it's like the thing with being an Apple snob is that it's not necessarily being a snob. It's just that once you've had one Apple product, you really don't feel like changing. Like you just don't. That's all it
Well, I
really is.
mean,
It's just convenience for me. Like I don't feel like
and
changing nothing else because I have Apple and I know how
yeah,
to use it and I like it.
it, yeah, and it all connects to each other very
Yes.
easily. And
Yes.
dude, like
It's aesthetically
bro,
pleasing. Blue messages are
exact,
aesthetically pleasing. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I like my blue message.
yeah,
Sorry,
exactly. I hate texting people with non iPhones,
bro. I
and I
was
love how
laughing.
non iPhone people think that they're better than everybody else too.
Yeah, because you're not Apple gang. Okay, cool. You don't have to be, but still, like
Uh,
we don't mention y'all. We only mention y'all when y'all mess up the group message. That's the only time we think
dude,
about a non-Apple person when y'all mess up the group message.
The Android users are the worst hipsters, in my opinion. Like, there's a lot of different kind of hipsters that walk
That's a
among
fact.
us, but I would say the Android hipsters are
It's
public
because
enemy number one.
they're like hipsters with the inferiority complex at the same time.
But they're gonna sit there for 30 minutes and tell you about how their Android is better than your Apple
Right, right. And I think it's
product.
like I'm sure it has features that I would like over there. I don't care though. Like I just don't. It's nothing I care about. I like my
Yeah,
iMessage and stop messing up the group message. How
I
about
love
that?
the argument. I love the argument because I completely agree with it. They're like, well, you just got to be a little more you gotta be a little smarter or a little more tech savvy to handle an Android. That's fine, man. Like, you know what? If you,
Feel good.
I don't want it. If I
Enjoy
gotta
that.
be a freaking
Thank you.
sound engineer, like or a freaking computer engineer to work this thing, I don't want it. Then
Right.
like you can have it.
I want to cut it on and go. That's literally the only reason I got an iPhone in the beginning was because like I think the generation when I got my first iPhone was like the Galaxy that year was better than the iPhone. You know, they go back and forth every few years, which one's better than
Yeah,
the other. But the Galaxy that year was better. But I already had an iTouch, so I'm like, I'd rather just go with something that I'm already familiar with and try and learn something new. Because I'm not here to learn how to use the phone. I just need to use it to make calls and do internet stuff.
yeah,
So like, yeah, I'm just gonna stick with what I know. Which is why I
yeah.
did it. I think that's why most people stay with things, except for the Android people who are just like they just want to be Android just to say that Android.
No, yeah, that's exactly what they are.
Hey Josh. Josh says Android.
I thought he was getting on. I was like, whoa.
Nah,
I was like, you
nah.
didn't tell me he was getting on. It's
he
like
has an Android.
surprise guest.
He has an Android. He's not gonna appreciate this.
Yeah. But just to wrap up this conversation,
Yes.
just to prove my point that I did not prove, when I got these freaking AirPods and what Apple does to you, man, is the freaking cord it came with to charge is the
Yeah.
same cord or input that you put in, your iPhone.
Right.
But it's not a USB on the other end. It's the freaking
Oh no, not the C.
yeah, it's the C,
Oh
bro. It's the
god.
C. But does it come with the C adapter?
Of course not.
No. Do I have a
Jesus.
MacBook to plug it into? No. So what am I gonna have to do? I look it up. It's $40 for a freaking C adapter. So I'm like, screw
Oh no.
this.
Yeah.
So maybe a month later, and I'm really just like barely getting by with these chargers that I have now. I'm in Auburn. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna stop by Best Buy. I want to buy a
Right.
different iPhone charger. Freaking buy the Apple one, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, this is it. I get out, I open the box to plug it into my car. I can't plug it into my car because it's C adapter. I still need a C adapter. So I have two cords that I can't do anything with right now that are just sitting here because Apple
Bro,
wants
that
me to
is
pay
the
$40 for the adapter.
worst.
Yeah,
That is the worst.
so that's what Apple does to you.
Bro, did you hear that there's a thing in Europe where they're trying to make everybody get the same phone charger?
Oh, really? I didn't hear
Yes.
about that.
Yeah, I saw it the other day. And I'm all for that because it's nonsense. I don't like having to go to Walmart and read 7 different plugs to make sure I got the right one.
Yeah, and
Like you gotta literally read the fine print to make sure you got the right charger for your phone. Before you go home with something that only plugs up to like a microphone, which has happened to me before.
But on top of that too, if you're buying these off-brand ones over the course of a year, it's gonna ruin your like charging port.
See,
Because that's what's wrong with mine now. It's like the one that I've had for forever, I have to make sure it's sitting at the right angle for it to charge.
On the port on your actual phone, or like the port on
the port on the phone, yeah, where it plugs into the phone.
Oh yeah. See, I've been lucky with mine. Mine's been fine. I've been using Off-Brand for a while, but I use like Anchor because Anchor's pretty solid. Anchor, Anchor's pretty solid.
Yeah, I don't even know.
When I gotta be cheap, when I gotta be super cheap, I use the Ons. But I use portable chargers a lot because I'm always like out, so I rarely charge at home.
Oh yeah, I want to buy one of those non-plug-in ones. You know, the one.
I'm scared of those. I don't like this wireless charger life. That looks too confusing for me. That looks way too confusing for me. Like, why are we wirelessly charging? What do you mean? I don't understand it.
What's crazy? What's that phone that you can like share battery? Like, you can
I saw that.
Else your battery.
I saw that.
Crazy too.
Bro, if somebody ever stole my battery life off my phone, we'd have to fight. In that commercial, you just stealing the battery life in a conversation. I'm having a nice conversation. You stealing my battery without my permission? You're being a battery thief?
Dude, it's the 2020 version of siphoning gas.
That's a fact, yo. That's a whole fact, bro. The game done changed so much.
Back in the 60s and 70s, people worried about somebody sucking gas out of their car. Now we're worried about somebody sucking the battery
just stealing
out
your battery life.
Yeah.
But no reason, like with no regard for yourself. No thoughts about you. Just like, I'm going to take some of this battery. What if I got to get home? And I can't get the Uber. And I can't get the Uber. It's disrespectful is what it is. But I think this was a great intro. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
This has been a great intro. I think I might leave all this in.
No, yeah, I was about to say keep all of it. Keep all of it.
Every piece of this in. This is fantastic. This is Not the Experts. I'm Titus. That's Levi. We are here today to discuss some stuff that we discussed before the show started, and I kind of forgot some of it. I remember the meat of it though. I remember the meat of it. Levi, you know where you want to start at? 'Cause I don't really care. We can start wherever. When it comes to these
sure. Let's just go ahead and I want to get into Titus. As you know, this past weekend, the Miami Heat celebrated Dwayne Wade.
Yes, they did. Yes.
For 3 long days. With a lot of events. It was a
3-day ceremony, wasn't it? I forgot about that.
When he's already had about 20 other ceremonies before this, so
that doesn't count. Yo, the farewell tour doesn't count.
Yeah. What about didn't he when he was with Chicago or something, or with the Cavs? Didn't they give him a day too? Like when he came back down to Miami, they honored him.
I don't remember. Chicago, they may have. With,
I feel like they did. He had like a video tribute, whatever. All right, so Dwayne Wade in that whole ceremony, they retired his jersey.
Yes.
They lifted it up to the Raptors.
Yes.
Next to, I don't know, they got a lot of players retired.
Miami retired random jerseys. I think it's a Marino jersey up there.
Yeah,
Miami's retires jerseys.
They got
a Jordan.
Bosh up there.
They got a Jordan one.
Yeah, they got they have a Chris Bosh one. They have other random ones that haven't played for them either. So actually, you just made the point that I want to make is that retiring jerseys in the NBA has become as useless or as non-valuable as getting into the NBA Hall of Fame itself.
There's no NBA Hall of Fame. It's Basketball Hall of Fame. Pay respect.
Basketball Hall of Fame. It's trash either way. And we've also been hearing, have you heard the news, about Ray Allen and Boston and them not knowing if they want to put his Raptor or
I have a lot of thoughts on
Raptors?
I got thoughts on that.
Yeah, well, I want to hear your thoughts because I think it's stupid that we're arguing about this in the first place, where Ray Allen came over to Boston for how many years? 3 years? 4 years?
No, he was there since 08. What are you talking about?
He
was there when he was there with KG. He was there with KG, Pierce, and all those guys. He's left like a year before they left.
Exactly. All right. So, how many championships did he win with them?
They all won one championship.
Yeah, they won one championship.
All 3 of them won one championship.
How Yeah, exactly. And how many championships has the Boston Celtics won in all?
I don't know a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
KG's getting
Why
the
are
jersey
we?
retired. KG's getting the jersey retired there
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Like, why?
Because they won a
Why?
title. They won a
So,
title, bro, and they were important pieces to them winning a title. That's the only title Boston won since like the '80s.
so winning a title automatically gets your name in there. If you're one of the like top players on the title team, it
Yes,
gets you
yes,
the ring. The ring isn't enough. Like, you got to have
bro.
your jersey retired as
Bro,
well.
it's just acknowledging what you did for the team. They did a lot. Listen, bro. Let me go look at Boston championships, Boston NBA championships. I'm looking at the Wikipedia right now. Before 2008, the last one was 1986. Okay,
Okay.
that was the last one.
Yeah. I mean,
86.
and look, okay, they did a lot, and
They did. They made two.
they
They made in respect to them. As much as I hate how all of them are on television, and most of them are terrible. I won't say any names. Kendrick Perkins. They made two finals. I think two conference finals. Like they were a very solid. They were a pretty solid team there for a good amount of time. They were solid.
all right, yeah, and
They just
they
hate
were
Ray
more
Allen because
they
they
were more
wanted to.
prolific.
Yeah,
They were, in my opinion, they were more prolific in just joining up together and changing the whole landscape of how free agency and how teams are shaped today.
absolutely.
Which, yeah, is whatever. But I mean, I just don't understand it. I really just think it's kind of demeaning. I'm looking it up right now, but I was at the Hawks game. Oh, we need to get into that too. But I was at the Miami and Atlanta Hawks game this past, what was it, Thursday? Yeah, Thursday.
Yeah. The
And
Trae Young
I've
50
seen,
burger.
yeah, I've seen the jerseys a million times that were hung up in the rafters, and I'm thinking like, why are half these up here? Why is Dikembe Mutombo's jersey like retired? Like,
Because he
I
was
just,
good.
I mean, I guess that's all we're gonna get with it because I think it's ridiculous. I think
Dikembe was with the Hawks for years.
did they win a ring?
Let me see. Winning is not the end all be all. You have to stop this. Did they win a ring? You have to stop this Stugatz. Did they win a ring thing? It's a terrible point.
I want to know why their jerseys hanging up.
Because they were good contributors while they were there. All right. Dikembe was with the Hawks from 96 to 2001. All right. He made 3 All-Star games in that time. Made all NBA team, made an all NBA second and third team. Won Defensive Player of the Years in 97 and 98 and 2001. All defensive first team. He had NBA accomplishments, and he's a Hall of Famer. If you're a Hall of Famer and you play for a team for a significant amount of time, they retire your jersey. That's how this works.
All right.
That's how this works.
All right, I'll give you that.
You're going to stop this hating. Now, Dwayne Wade's 3-day fiesta, just retire the jersey and let's move on. Like, I'm in favor of just retiring the jersey.
Yeah,
let's go forward.
It was way too much. It was way too much.
It was.
Very self-involved.
Yeah. I don't. Miami, they do things weird there. I think there was a makeup for them letting him leave that one time. So I think happened. That was them apologizing for that time they let him leave.
Yeah. They're apologizing for letting him leave.
Right.
Yeah, he made the decision to leave. Like,
they let him go. They did. They offered him a cheap contract. Levitar wrote about all this.
But they knew he wasn't. Yeah, I mean, but he wasn't worth the money though.
They didn't do anything with the money. That's the problem.
They saving it now though, because they're trying to get Giannis.
Yeah. Good luck with that one. Pat Riley always chasing somebody that's not going to end up coming there. Ever since the Big Three life. But they got a decent squad now. I'll give them that much.
Yeah, Pete Maravich's jersey is also in the Miami Heat arena as well.
Yeah, they just retire random jerseys, bro. They're the weirdest. It's the weirdest thing. Like, it's super weird. It makes no sense.
Yeah, it's crazy. Let's see.
But I think they have jerseys up there that you can still wear the number, but
all right. Oh, Well, I guess yeah, it's at Oklahoma City now, but I'm looking up worst retired numbers. Pete Maravich was actually number one. Number two
That's
is
disgusting. It's disrespectful.
yeah, and I think it was more of a untimely passing thing, but number two kind of proves my point. Uh, which shout out to Nate McMillan. I think he's a great coach, but he actually has his jersey retired in Oklahoma City for being with the Supersonics, and at the Supersonics, he averaged almost 6 points a game, 6 assists a game, and almost 2 steals a game. And he's got his jersey up there.
He was a coach there too, though, so that may have played into effect. That might have something to do with it as well.
And they retired his number before they retired Gary Payton's number.
Did he retire before Gary Payton did?
It just says here, that's awful. But what's more awful is that Seattle didn't get around to retiring Gary Payton's number before the move to Oklahoma City.
Interesting. Well, Jimmy Johnson's not in the Cowboys Ring of Honor.
Yeah, that's out of spite.
Random fact. Jerry Jones is the worst.
I thought you'd see, I don't get you, bro. Like,
what? You don't give me what?
Sometimes I get texts from you sometimes saying how much you love Jerry.
I've never said I love Jerry Jones. What are you talking about?
I'm pretty sure I can.
Oh, no. I love Jerry Jones because he's terrible. Because he's awful at his job. And he makes me an Eagles fan that much better.
And, I mean, he gives good content.
He doesn't give good content. He gives good content enough to laugh at because he's terrible at his job. He's bad at his job. Content. Yeah, I love him. I love him in the way that he's bad at his job, and he makes me an Eagles fan fun. That's the way I love him. Don't misrepresent me. No, Cowboys fans hate him. Don't misrepresent me. Misrepresent my points.
Well, while we're out here trying to decide which lines you sit on, which side of them you sit on, where do you sit with Joe Burrow? I want to know your official.
Joe Burrow? My Joe Burrow opinion? He's going to be a bust. It's on record. I'm putting on record right now. I've only said this in text messages. I've only said this in text to very random people. Burrow's going to be a bust. On side of him being a bust. However, I'm also in favor of Joe Burrow saying things that make Alabama fans mad so I can text them to you. So it's a weird relationship thing. It's a weird relationship.
Well, for the record,
I enjoy trolling you with Joe Burrow quotes.
For the record, Titus did text me. I don't even know which game it was, whatever. It was halfway through the season maybe, but Joe Burrow ran for a lot of yards. In the post-game interview, they asked him about it, and he said, yeah, well, growing up, I've always been called sneaky athletic, and I think we all know what that means. And then you send me that. And then you say, I'm a Joe Burrow fan now. Or
I forgot he said that.
Yeah.
I forgot he said that. And what happened was once people started making him the number one pick, and it's like great quarterback, I'm like, what are we doing? 1 year we're doing this with one season? And then I came back on my Joe Burrow's going to be a bust campaign.
Yeah, well.
He and I've had a weird relationship.
Yeah, I really don't get this because I sent you a graphic to comparing their stats. It said, who's the better one between Tua and Joe? And you just texted me back, Tua ain't got a hip. It's like, well, what?
I'm not putting Tua in no talk. Tua ain't talk till I see him healthy. That's all it is with Tua. Anytime you go on your homer train, I'm shooting it down. That's just me shooting down your homer train is number one over my Burrow the Bus campaign. That's the thing.
I heard that.
Yeah, that's how it works. I'm a man of many hats. I go in all directions.
I know you are. Yeah.
I go in all directions.
You just like to stir the pot. I mean,
I am a pot stirrer.
And that's
I gotta send you my new favorite gift that I found. I gotta send it to you.
All right,
yeah.
Yeah, because that's what I am too. I really do like to stir the pot as well. Yeah. And I do it on the worst places too, like social media. Like that's the worst place to stir the pot.
I'm off
because
that.
You have no like people can't tell like if you're serious or not. Like
right.
There's no tone in anything,
right.
and I'm just a very sarcastic person. So too many people take me literally, but I'm here for it though because I mean that's what I'm here for is for the people to take it literally and then snap back. at me. All right, you send me the gift.
Yeah.
Let's see, hey, look. Yeah,
That's my mood. That's
dude,
my mood
and
nowadays.
that's one of my favorite TV shows too.
Is that from Always Sunny?
Yeah, it's
That's
Always
what
Sunny.
I thought. That's what I thought.
Dude, you got to get to that.
It's on my. I'm catching up. So the last like 3 weeks or 2 weeks, I've just been catching up on all the shows that I stopped watching for various reasons. As in, they had a season that I didn't like, so I just gave up.
Yeah.
So like Arrow just ended, so I had to finish that up. And the Arrow ended, and they put it on Netflix like immediately. So I'm like, okay, let me go catch up on this. I was 3 seasons behind on that, so I ran through that. And then I was like, okay, let me watch the Flash, catch up on that. So I caught up on the Flash. And then I'm like, okay, let me go finish Suits, which is a show that I watched since day one, but like it fell off. And like after Megan became a princess, kind of fell off.
Yeah.
She had to leave the country because, you know, she was a princess or whatever. So I stopped watching that.
I don't know.
The woman that's married Prince Charles, is that his name?
Oh,
Meghan Markle.
Yeah,
she was on Suits, but then she had to go be, you know, royalty, so she had to leave. And then like a season after that wasn't good, and like the seasons kept slowly getting worse, so I stopped watching. And then they just ended they just had their finale, I think, in January. So I'm like, okay, let me go. Now, since I'm in this mood of closing out all these shows, let me go finish that up. So once I finish that up, I'll probably start on like something new. And I might get on Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Dude, get it. Yeah, you need to.
That's what I got.
I'm gonna say that
for sure. I'm gonna get on that.
Definitely #1 recommend right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess that covers the terrible.
I'm good with Jersey retirement.
That was a terrible segment. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have a good argument for it. I just think it's stupid.
Hate it?
I really I just hate it. I really think it's stupid.
Like memorialize it, like putting people up forever, letting them be immortalized.
I mean, it's cool, but I just think it's done to way too many people, like for no reason. Like I mean, just like you said, why is Jordan's number like retired with the Heat?
Speaking of Jordan,
does that mean does that mean LeBron really didn't have a choice to change his number when he moved to the Heat? Because they're like, no. Like Jordan wore 23.
I'm not sure, because I feel like it might be a jersey people can actually. I don't know how their rules work with that. But that's the weirdest one. Like, you got a whole nother NBA player's jersey who never played for you retired, just because he's Jordan. He's great, but I'm just saying he never played for you at all. Like, not once. And it's like, yeah, put his name up. What?
Yeah.
So, but Dan Marino's jersey's retired too. There, they have a Dan Marino jersey hanging.
Yeah, and he didn't win anything there too.
He literally nothing.
Yeah,
he didn't even have a chance to win anything there. That's the crazy part.
I'll win this with I'll give you 2 good reasons, or 2 these are very good reasons that a number should be retired. And I'll point to
give me Levi's criteria for jersey retirements.
Well, I mean, it's going to sound like this is just part of it, okay? Because it's kind of these 2 are kind of like they're pretty much the same thing, but it's just the example that I had.
Yeah.
So Jackie Robinson, right? We're talking about Jordan. He didn't play for the Heat. They have his number retired.
Right.
Same thing with Maravich, and I see this now. The Pelicans retired Maravich's number.
Yeah.
He never played for the Pelicans either.
He played for the Jazz.
All right.
He played for the Jazz, which turned into the Pelicans, I think, back then. I think that's what I read. So it's like one of those crossovers.
Yeah, he played for the Jazz while they were in New Orleans.
Yes, it's one of those crossovers.
Yeah, okay, I'll take it, I guess.
See, you're going back too far, because I don't know anything about Pete Maravich at all, except for that he was Pete Maravich. People liked him.
Yeah.
And I
don't know much about the dude either.
He could dribble really well.
Yeah.
Your dad's gonna hate you when he hears that too.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I like Pete Maravich, but like my #1 white dude.
It's Larry, right?
No. It's not.
Larry?
It's actually not. Yeah, that's
not?
my dad. Like my dad. My dad's favorite all-time player is Larry Bird, but mine's John Stockton.
I do love Stockton. I'm a big Stockton.
Yeah.
fan. Did you? SB Nation did a video on Stockton and Malone's tenure, in Utah.
Oh,
Bro, they
really?
played
Because I think
together.
I've seen part of those interviews.
They played together 18 years and never won a title, and they made the playoffs every year.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was pretty much like Jordan, like, was killing them, wasn't it? Like,
But
most
he
of the
only beat them
time.
in the finals twice. You know, they were in the
But
West.
still, I mean,
They were in the
twice.
West.
Who else were they? I mean,
They were just
they
losing to
had to beat.
everybody. They made the playoffs 18 years in a row. They were just
Yeah.
losing to everybody. It was just.
Well, you got to think. You got to think too. Who's over in the West? Houston, where they had to
Yeah,
face.
Houston beat them. I think Houston beat them the years Jordan was out. They lost to
Yeah,
everybody.
because wasn't it pretty much like a battle? It was always like the Jazz, and it was like, who's going to play the Bulls? Is it going to be the Jazz or the Rockets? That's
Well,
what
the
I feel like.
Jazz. Yeah, the Jazz only made it to the finals the 2 years Jordan was out.
What's that? Is
I
it?
mean, the
Because
Rock. I'm sorry,
no,
the
no,
Rockets.
no,
The
no.
Rockets. The Rockets only made the finals 2 years Jordan was out. The
Okay, because I was
Jazz
about to say
played them
that
twice.
famous shot, the flu
Yeah,
game. Wasn't
the
that
Jazz
the
played
Jazz?
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Jazz played him at the end, twice at the end. But yeah, they were losing to everybody for 18 years in a row. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did like
My,
they did like some kind of rings thing. SB Nation has some really, really good YouTube stuff. Like I could fall down the rabbit hole with their content a lot.
yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it. I saw
Yeah, I
which it
sent it to
might
you.
have been in this, but one of my favorite stories I heard, and this is what really made me a like big John Stockton fan, was it said, hey, number one, like, you couldn't break him down like mentally, or like you couldn't trash talk him, because he wouldn't say. They said he'd play a full 40 minutes or whatever, like not even say a word on the
Yeah,
court. And also too, they said he'd pull up in a minivan wearing dad jeans, dad shoes, a button up, pull up in the minivan, open it up, and it's like all his kids and his wife, they all get out, and he looks like looks like this regular, like, vanilla dude, just like like, like, it's like,
what?
you do not belong here. And he's just pulling up in the minivan with his kids like he's ready for a picnic or something, and he's about to go, drop 20 assists on you.
Yeah,
But yeah, I give it to Stockton on that.
I respect that. I get you.
Yeah.
Are y'all gonna try and adopt Luca?
Do what?
Are
Oh
y'all gonna
yeah,
try and
dude,
adopt
you
Luca?
already know. I mean, who else do we have right now? I've been adopted him.
I was curious how I was gonna go up there if he was gonna be adopted into the
Okay,
community.
well, since you asked me that, I do have I've been wondering this too. Do y'all adopt Giannis?
Giannis is African. He definitely counts.
All right. I mean, I didn't know if like
Yeah, no.
because the dude, I mean, he speaks with a Greek. I mean, there's really not much
He
about
grew
him
up in
African.
his parents. He grew up in his parents are African. They just migrated to Greece to raise them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his parents are from Nigeria, I believe.
Okay. I
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
like straight up like Greece pretty.
No,
I mean,
no,
of
no,
course, like I know the heritage like goes back
Yeah,
to
yeah,
Africa, but
yeah.
yeah.
They migrated to Greece. I believe
Okay.
that's the story. Yeah. But yeah, he's not.
Makes
He's. I
sense.
want to say he's not. I think he's Nigerian. I want to make sure I got his place right because I want to be wrong about that. I would feel bad. Yeah, Nigerian. Yeah, he's
Okay.
Nigerian. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm. He only got it. Also, he only got his Greek citizenship when it was time for him to play basketball for the national team. Like his full Greek citizenship, it was time to play basketball for the national team. So.
Oh yeah.
They were like, "Hey, man, like, hey, bro, we got you, all right? We want you here forever. You are one of us, brother. You are one of ours." Yeah. Speaking of Giannis, the Bucks have clinched the playoff berth already.
Yeah.
February.
They're crazy, dude.
They're on 2K in real life, just clinching playoff berths in February. It's the earliest birth in 15 years.
And he's getting what's crazy too. You know what? All right. This actually goes down another rabbit hole. This is a topic I totally forgot about. But I do want to talk about the Bucks though.
This is a super free flowing podcast and I really love it, honestly.
Yeah, we're just going. It's been a long time too.
Yes.
But
yes.
Two things I want to say that relate to the Bucks is number one is that the only way I prefer load management, the only way I'm in support of load management is the way the Bucks are doing it.
Because they're going to go smoking people.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to
Yes.
smoke you, and there's no need for us to play in the second half. And number two is I think, and I guess I'm a little bit of a homer on this one just because he came from the Hawks, but I think Budenholzer is possibly the best coach in the NBA.
Oh, good God. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
We're giving Bud the best coach in the NBA. He's gonna go to the
I mean,
playoffs.
I said possibly. I said possibly the
Hey,
best coach. I'd give him
go,
top 3 right now.
He's gonna go to the playoffs and flop again, though. This is what he does. I've been
Dude,
warning people about this.
Though,
I warned people about this all year. I'm like, listen, Budenholzer is one adjustment away from getting smoked because he doesn't adjust to anything. He just watches it happen.
That's true because I mean, Budenholzer, like he comes off as he's a very my way type of guy, or he knows. Like I don't know. I mean, Budenholzer just thinks he knows all or whatever. So he's got this system, but I mean, it's a system that works.
Though, no, he's been a definite upgrade for them from the Jason Kidd era, like for sure.
Oh,
like, he's unlocked Giannis 100%.
I mean, if you're gonna make the Hawks the best team in the regular season for a year, I mean, you already got my vote.
Right.
Like he turned that Hawks team that was a very talented and very good Hawks team, and we all knew here we're not winning the championship. All right, so I mean, we could close the door on that.
Yeah.
But I mean, he gave us, I mean, one of the best regular season performances,
right, for
a team in a while without like a true superstar on it.
Right. Yeah. 100%. But yeah, Giannis is averaging 30 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists in 30 minutes.
God, that's
crazy. Is terrifying. That's terrifying. And the team that I thought was the biggest threat in Philly seems to not know what they're doing.
No, they don't.
Those not in the best coaches in the NBA conversation.
Who's that?
Brett Brown.
Yeah, Brett Brown, he looks confused, or he looks
all the time.
No, not confused. I would say more concerned. He always looks very concerned about what's going on.
Like at all times, bro. Like, he does not seem that he's like, oh, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, exactly. And I think Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, that's not gonna work. They got to get rid of one or two.
Yeah, and Ben's having back problems right now too. He's getting MRI on his back, I think, soon.
Yeah,
so I don't know what he did.
They don't complement each other well.
They don't complement each other. They don't complement each other, but for some reason, I do think with a better coach, it could work. Like with a more creative coach, I think it could work.
Yeah, with like a Budenholzer. I mean, Budenholzer would do way better.
Probably. He would. Yeah. He definitely would. But yeah, I think they could use a better coach. But if they do end up picking somebody, if they do end up separating them, which wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, depending on what you can get, I think you got to go with Ben Simmons. You got to keep Ben over Joel.
I think with injuries, yeah.
That's exactly what I was saying. Because I'm like, that's exactly what I was talking to somebody about that a couple weeks ago. I'm like, yo, I think you got to go with Simmons because Embiid is a center with injury concerns. And centers don't get healthier as they get older.
Yeah.
Like they don't. And you get Simmons. And like Simmons, when Embiid was out, Simmons was doing all kind of stuff. Brett Brown actually had to get creative as a head coach for once. And wow, all of a sudden Simmons was unlocked and doing crazy stuff. Yeah. I've said for a while, I think Simmons had the potential to do some things like Giannis does. Like they have a similar game to me. It's just Giannis got to come up on a team that didn't have any expectations, whereas Philly went all in the moment they saw Ben Simmons was really good.
Yeah, but Giannis actually, developed a jump shot, which is
something but I mean,
Ben
he's
Simmons
developed it and
has not done yet.
Yeah, but Giannis is just doing that this year. He was in 2013, so this is year 6 for him.
What year is this for Ben? 4?
This is year 4, and I think it might be 4 total actually, because remember he missed his first season with injury. He sat out his whole first season. But I think the development also helped because the development helped because this is Ben's. Yeah, Ben was drafted in 2016, but he didn't play till 2017. So it's like year 3. On the quarter year 3, I think. But
I don't think it's going to develop, and I'm kind of in favor. I think he needs to be playing off the ball.
He definitely needs to be off ball. I think you can put him in a slasher role Like, because he's
Yeah,
so
exactly.
athletic, he can do
Put him in a
anything.
small forward
Yeah,
slasher role,
yeah.
and two, put him in the post a few times. Like,
Jesus, bro, there's
let him
so
work
much
the
you can do with
post.
him. They ran
Yeah,
him at
exactly.
center when Embiid was out, and they ran the Nets off the court in one game.
Yeah.
When Embiid was out, they
See,
put him at center
that's
for
what
a
you need to
quarter.
do.
Yeah, like
That's
be
what you need to
creative.
do.
Brett Brown isn't creative enough for this.
No, he's not.
Like a point center named that's fast as Ben Simmons. Like all the stuff Giannis does, he can like. I think you can get him to do that. I do think he needs to like be willing to shoot for sure. Like, but I think that takes time. Like I said, I just feel like coming up in an environment where they went all in like your second year in the league. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what Philly kind of did. They did the Simmons, they did the Embiid trade. I mean, the Butler trade, and then they've just been chasing like trying to be a title contender early on with these guys. When it's like you're not really letting Ben develop in a conducive environment. Because Giannis wasn't shooting jumpers till like last 2 years, and Giannis been there since 2013.
Yeah.
You know, it's just the growth environment is different. And I'm always gonna be Team Simmons. I don't know why. I love Ben Simmons a lot. I'm a huge fan.
Yeah.
But they're good at this rate. I think they're gonna
him.
flame out in the playoffs very badly, and I'm gonna be depressed about it.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I think so too. I think it's gonna be either Boston or the Bucks coming out of it.
Yeah, and I think the Bucks are way better than Boston. Like I still think the Bucks are a good bit better than Boston. I like Boston. I just don't think Boston has enough yet.
Yeah,
and with
I really
no
do like
inside,
Boston, though.
with no real inside presence, I don't know what you're gonna do with Giannis. Because they don't have a threat they don't have a threat in the paint, which is the biggest thing Philly did by getting Horford was take that away from them.
Yeah,
that was the number one thing Philly did, which is why I thought Philly would be in better shape. Because I still think defensively Philly's gonna be a nightmare in the playoffs. Because I don't know what you're supposed to do with that. Simmons is a great defender. Richardson's a great defender. Harris plays basketball. And you got two guys like Horford and Embiid. You know, that's a lot of length.
Yeah.
It's a lot of wingspan.
Well, you know who I think would I mean, you know, it all depends on who's going to match up against each other.
Matchups going to be key. Because I think I think in the playoffs they're a nightmare matchup for healthy. They're a nightmare matchup for. They're the Bucks' worst matchup in the playoffs.
I think if they got the chance, I think the Heat would knock them out in the playoffs.
I think the Heat are a bad matchup for Philly. I think Toronto's a tough matchup for Philly. But I think Philly's the worst matchup for the Bucks. It's weird. Like the seeding is going to be really important.
Yeah,
it's going to matter a lot, and whether or not the Bucks flame out. But the Eastern Conference should be fun this year. The Eastern Conference should be a lot of fun.
Who do you think's the best matchup for Milwaukee?
For Milwaukee?
Yeah, like who do you think would have the best chance to beat them?
Best chance to beat them? Discounting Philly?
Yeah.
Probably. I might have to say Boston just because of the talent level. I just think the lack of a center I would have to favor the Bucks over them.
Yeah.
But Tatum's out here cooking with his little beard.
Yeah, he is. And so is Kemba. I mean, Kemba's been cooking very well.
Yeah, Kemba. Yeah, I'm glad Kemba's in an environment that allows him to win games.
Yeah, me too. I'm a big Kemba fan.
Absolutely. I watched that step back the other day from that step back he had on Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah.
He ended that man's whole career.
Nasty.
It's legendary. Absolutely legendary.
I would counter and say I think the Raptors, just because you got Siakam.
I like
and
Toronto.
Ibaka down there.
Toronto strikes me as a really good regular season team that's gonna flame out in the playoffs.
Yeah, because they don't have that superstar to carry them over.
They don't. That's the and I mean maybe they can get by with the team stuff because we've seen it happen before. And Nick Nurse seems to be a very good coach, obviously, but it's like it's hard for me to trust any team that I don't see with a bona fide star that can just carry you in a few games. I don't know if Siakam is that yet.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
But he's getting there though.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. For sure he's getting there. For sure he's getting there.
The playoffs are going to be very fun on both sides.
Oh yeah, praise up for Jeremy Lamb who tore everything in his knee basically. He tore his ACL. He tore his ACL, meniscus, and something else. And I think he dislocated his knee or something.
Good Lord. Is he going to be able to play again? Like,
I hope. But I think he's having surgery today, I believe. But yeah, that's prayers up for him because that's awful. And apparently, he made the free throws after it happened too. By the way.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Adrenaline is a
So
hell of a thing.
maybe a little, shout out to Kobe right there,
Right,
you know.
right.
But going from because this is one of the things I've been wanting to ask you, and I
Mm-hmm.
don't think we discussed, and I said it was kind of intertwined with Milwaukee.
What's happening?
What do you think about load management?
Um, I get it. I get it. I just wish that I wish they kind of would do it the way baseball does, where you kind of know when somebody's pitching for the week. So I wish you could know when somebody's going to play during that week, and it's not like the day before the game that you find out. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like, as a fan, I don't want to be online. I don't want to be trying to look at a schedule online, like, okay, they have a back-to-back here. Maybe he won't play this night. I don't know. I don't want to be having to do that for myself. Like, give me, like, a schedule for the week and tell me when he's going to play, you know?
exactly,
Because
exactly.
the thing with
See,
– because the only person really doing it heavily is Kawhi. That's honestly it. He's the main
yeah,
one doing it. And
yeah,
I feel, as far as I know with that injury, I think the injury that he's had is, like, something that's never going to get better, and this is the only way to get him through a season. The only way.
maybe
Yeah.
it may
But
be.
I just wish
I
that
didn't really
I would
think
like to see
about it.
more transparency with it if you're gonna do it. Because I see the value in fans like being like, hey, but I wanna go see this guy play. So and I like what
Yeah,
LeBron said about like I think LeBron's kind of alluding to the fact that I wouldn't do it on the road, but like sitting guys at home is one thing.
all
Sitting
right,
them on the road is different.
there we go. Like, see, so leading up to this whole pretty much this past NBA offseason, leading up to this season, that was really a big topic, along
Right.
with all the free agency moves. But we knew it was coming. We didn't know in what fashion, or I guess we kind of did, because wasn't that in the contract with Kawhi, between Kawhi and the
It
Clippers,
was
like
I think it was known,
how many
yeah, pretty much.
yeah,
He was gonna miss some time.
and I didn't care initially about it. I was tired of hearing everybody talk about it. I was thinking,
Right.
he's a grown man. He can, you know, he can have his uncle, take care of all that for him. It's whatever he can decide. It's smart, whatever. But then it was a couple months ago. I'd yet to go to a Hawks game yet. I've been wanting to go, but the Hawks have really just been trashed. There's been no reason to go. But the Clippers are coming to town. I want to go see the Clippers and the Hawks. And I was very close to buying tickets to go see them. Very
Right.
expensive ticket, too. I have a friend who has a friend that got courtside tickets to that game. Spent well over $1,000 for those seats.
You.
Neither was Paul George nor Kawhi Leonard. They didn't even show up to that game. Like, do you know how mad I would have been? And do you know how frustrating that is for a Hawks fan who really has no incentive to go to Hawks games this year because we're just absolute trash? And yeah, I want to go see Kawhi Leonard. I'll go spend my money to go see him and go see Paul George, but I can't and I already knew. That's the reason why I didn't buy him, because I didn't know they were going to be sitting out, but I figured, I was like, Atlanta sucks. Like, why would
Right.
they play them? And
Right.
so, and I think that sucks for fans in Charlotte. It sucks for fans up in Chicago, New York. Like, it's really stupid, I think. And it got me to where, like, I just want to say, suck it up and play the full 82. I want to be that guy. The ones back in my day, we played all 82 games.
Right.
And we bust cross country to our games. We don't fly there. We bust them.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're gonna sit out, go sit out. Go sit out at home, because like,
Yeah.
it really is an entertainment league. This is why you're making all this money. Like, the fans are the reason why you're making all this money in the first place.
You're
I
losing me.
mean, well, it's
Losing
on
me.
down the
You give me once you
it's
start
on
giving
down
fans.
the tree.
You know how I get once you start giving fans credit. You know how I get. You know I get iffy with fans.
All right, yeah, I know you get iffy with fans, but dude, these leagues wouldn't exist if there wasn't fans. For example, what's the XFL trying to do right now? They're trying to get all the fans they can get just so they can make a sustainable product to put out there and make money off of.
I gotta keep sponsors and TV deals.
Yeah, but the sponsors and the TV deals are,
because
I
baseball
mean, that's
games don't be
generated from the people who are going to watch,
but
though.
baseball games don't be loaded with fans, and yet baseball is rolling in the dough somehow.
Well, I mean, but that's because they get 160 whatever games a year, and I mean, there's a lot of. I think we would be surprised if we. I don't know. I haven't looked at the numbers of who watch, but I actually know a lot of people who watch Braves games religiously on TV. Um, so I think there's a lot more people who tune in every night, knowing like when it's baseball season, like I can watch a Braves game tonight. So that's just a lot of money to be made there
I hear you.
because of how
I interrupted your
prevalent
rant.
it
I'm
is.
sorry. I did interrupt your rant.
Yeah, I mean, it's just. I mean, I feel like you. I don't know, man. I mean, I know you're not a big. You are kind of anti-fan because I get it. Like, fans take too much. And I can't think of the word. They feel like they take precedence over the players, or
Yeah,
they can
yeah,
just
that's
treat
it.
play. Yeah,
Yeah,
they can treat
yeah.
players. And there's always like those one or two in the crowds who are just like horrible
The I
human
bought my
beings.
ticket. I can do what I want. Crowd. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
exactly. But at the same time, like it's good. I like when players actually acknowledge the like this career wouldn't even exist if there was like people who actually loved like watching and like supporting these teams in the
Yeah,
first place.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you. But yeah, I was like in the stop complaining crowd for a while. The stop complaining fans for a while. Cause like, I mean, cause because like and the Spurs done it for years and no one really cared that much when the Spurs were doing it. But now they got a little more
Yeah,
spread out. Everybody doesn't like it. But I
yeah,
was in that camp. But now I kind of see the value of like it play them on the road. I would like to see those guys play a little more on the road if they can.
yeah,
I like to
exactly.
see it.
And I mean, just think that was the one and only time they're going to be in Atlanta this year, and
Right,
so
right,
yeah,
exactly, exactly.
I mean, you're
Especially
taking
on
a
the cross conference ones because you only playing those teams once.
yeah, yeah.
But
So
also, if you want to stop load management, shorten the season a little bit.
I'm
Shorten
in
the
favor of
season.
that.
I'm definitely in favor of shorter season. They have to go to like 50 something, but if they went to maybe 60 something, maybe like
Well,
a 60 something game season, I'd be good with that.
or I'm okay with keeping it the full 82 and adopting the NHL style approach, which I don't know anything about NHL, but this year they implemented a new and thing. I don't know. Do you know how many games NHL teams
I
play
have
a
no
year?
idea. I feel like it's a lot
Uh,
though.
yeah. I mean, it's a good amount, and that's a lot more physically demanding than playing a basketball game. But they now have every team actually now has bye weeks, so every team gets
Oh, I
one
like
bye
that.
week, yeah, throughout the year, and then by the end of the year, it all evens out
Yeah,
to where they all played the same. But yeah, I think
yeah,
the
that
NBA
makes
needs to
sense
adopt
actually.
that.
I like that idea for sure. I
Yeah,
mean
and I'm
that
pretty
all that would help. All that
yeah,
would help for sure.
and I'm pretty sure it's like a 10-day bye week too. It's not a
Yeah,
7-day or 6-day, and pretty sure it's like 10 days that
yeah,
they get off.
that makes a lot of sense actually. I don't hate that at all.
Yeah,
And they keep starting the season earlier and earlier too with the NBA, so like you could make that work. You
yeah,
could
for
definitely make
sure.
that work.
Who
But
knew?
yeah,
I mean, who knew the NBA could learn something from the NHL?
I never would have guessed that one. That's one I never would have
Yeah,
guessed. And the one
yeah,
thing I do like about Adam Silver is he's constantly looking at ways to improve his game.
yeah,
Like sometimes they're weird, like that when they try to pitch that terrible overseas tournament idea, or terrible
yeah.
midseason
I
tournament
mean,
idea. Which
he's
I
more
heard
paying.
some people say they would like that just because it's like a soccer model, but I'm like, you're not gonna get those who play midseason tournament. Like you can't. You're
Yeah,
not gonna make us care about that. It's gonna be really
I th-
hard to do that when
I
you.
think Adam Silver is a little too fascinated with Euro style anything. I mean, how they're
Yeah.
playing, how they do the soccer scheduling over there, and how they do the basketball scheduling over there. We ain't the same people, man. Like the American
Honestly, bro.
culture and Europe culture is two
Like,
totally different things.
I know a lot of people like kind of see the parallels between basketball and soccer, and I get the parallels, but at the same time, you they might care about the tournaments of it. You're not gonna make us who've been trained and programmed to believe that championships are all that, the playoffs all that matters, to care about a tournament in the middle of the season. Like, you're not gonna program us to do that. It's just not gonna happen.
Well,
Not
yeah,
for
exactly.
not for this generation at least. Maybe the next one. Not this one though.
And two, I would say the NBA is probably the most, and I mean this in a respectful manner, but most bandwagon league, as
No, it
in,
is 100%.
it's a superstar driven league.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you got all these people down here. Like when you go to a Hawks game, I mean, that's really just the way Atlanta is. But when you go to any Atlanta home team game, you're going to be split almost 50-50 with the, other crowd. And most of those people were born, raised, grew up in Georgia. And, they just like the Yankees because they're the best, or they just really like a certain, basketball player, and they're going to support that team. But over in Europe, really a lot of these teams, it's all around like the neighborhood. And so you're growing up, like you're rooting for your neighborhood, like where you come from, your area code, and they take more pride than that. And of course, like there's a lot of, Messi fans and Ronaldo fans, but at the end of the day, like they're going to show up consistently, for their local neighborhood team, even if they're not in the Premier League.
Yeah. Nah, I feel you on that.
Yeah, which that's actually something I give. I actually appreciate that. Being over there in England or in London, we didn't get to go to one of the major teams. We ended up having to go to a Crystal Palace game, but I mean, it was a very fun atmosphere, and I just think that's really cool. Just kind of being more loyal to your roots, or having more of an identification of where you come from, instead of just in like, one player. Yeah. And so you pledge their allegiance to that team because of that player. And then when that player moves, then you're going to buy the different jersey, stuff like that.
Right. Definitely makes sense. It definitely makes sense. What else are we going to talk about? Do you have any more basketball stuff to talk about?
No, I don't. You want to get into your Emmitt Smith thing? I think
Emmitt Smith.
We can end it on this.
Yeah, Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith said last week that Dak Prescott should take a pay cut for the Dallas Cowboys.
Put the team over yourself.
He told that man to take a pay cut. Emmitt Smith told him to take a pay cut.
Well,
why are you?
He didn't say take. He didn't say take a pay cut.
What did he say?
He said, I quote, "Instead of taking $35 million, would you take $28 million and leave some for Amari and pick up the rest of the $35 million through endorsements?"
No.
That's what he said.
No. Why'd I do that? Why'd I save him? But this is what kills me with sports, all right? And it kills me when the fans do it, but it's even worse when former players do it. Former players who also held out in their career and actually missed regular season games. What up, Emmitt? Remember that? Okay, bet. This is what kills me with them when they say that. Why are we trying to save the billionaire money? He got money. He'll spend it. I'm not saving the billionaire no money. I want my 35. I want my full 35 from Dak Prescott. I'm not taking up 28 and then making up in endorsements. I'm going to get the 30. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get 35 and get my endorsements. They ain't going nowhere. What's he talking about?
Don't we have to factor in the salary cap, though?
I don't care. Go over it. Creative spending. Make hard decisions. You got to make tough decisions in business. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do, man.
So you think Emmitt's a hypocrite?
Emmitt is a hypocrite because Emmitt held out in missed games in his career. He literally missed like 2 weeks, and Jerry Jones had to go beg him to come back. What are you talking about, Emmitt?
Can I counter
Emmitt?
This?
Go ahead. You can counter.
I'm going to counter this. All right. So I did my little research when you told me a few days ago you want to talk about this, and I really had no idea what you're talking about, so I had to go look it up, and I figured this is what you were talking about. I don't disagree with you. And dude, Jerry Jones has got plenty of money, enough money. Yeah, he can pay him. But I'll counter it with this though. Emmitt Smith, was way more valuable of a player than Michael Irvin, than Troy Aikman, like Emmitt Smith. I wasn't old enough to watch those teams or wasn't around, but from what I've heard, the stories, Emmitt Smith was that offense. Like they based it all around him, and he was the GOAT. He did it all pretty much. So they really depended on him, and so he thought, referring to what you saw when he sat out, for 2 games, he sat out until Jerry Jones gave in and paid him what he wanted, which at the time made him the highest paid player in the league, right? Like in history, I think.
Believe so.
I think for running backs for sure.
Yeah.
I think he's like the highest paid running. But I would counter this though, and I see what Jerry Jones is coming at. First, Dak turned down, which I didn't know this. I didn't realize that Dak turned down a $30 million contract. It'd be $90 million guaranteed. I think over 4 years. It's like $30 million over 4. Yeah, it was $90 million guaranteed. So, so he's wanting $5 more mil a year. Mm-hmm. Not talking about guaranteed money off that, and I'm pretty sure like the Dak Prescott camp, and they've been using this since last year when the Rams gave a $110 million contract to Jared Goff.
They sure did.
Pretty much like it changed the market. But I'm pretty sure Jerry Jones is looking at that. And, I mean, everybody's laughing at the Rams right now because it's very obvious that Jared Goff is not worth the $110 million contract. So, I don't know.
He might bounce back, man. You never know. You never know.
He may. He may bounce back. I don't think it is.
He was in the Super Bowl 2 years ago, man.
Yeah. A lot has gone wrong for the Rams since
so
that.
But so much went wrong.
Mainly that offensive line, though. The offensive line really sucks.
that falling off is not the move. And my homie, the homie Todd Gurley's problem. That didn't help anything at all.
Yeah. They drafted that though. Which he fought through it, but I knew like the knee was going to come back.
Arthritis is not like a common side effect of an ACL tear, is it? Because this what ended up happening. I thought it was. He ended up getting arthritis. Because I haven't heard that ruin anyone else for. Like in terms of after ACL injuries.
I'm looking it up. But I don't know all the details into the salary cap of the team, what it's positioning like, what they can realistically afford, within the perimeters of this free, what they're allowed to pay them without penalties. But if I'm Jerry Jones, I'm making that same argument. It's like if you come at me with the argument that Goff is getting paid $110 million, I would say, yeah, but look at where the Rams are at right now. And then I would counter as in Dak's numbers went up pretty dramatically or pretty drastically when Amari Cooper joined that team. So, I think they're both deserving of pretty good fair share.
I agree with that. But you know what the other problem is? The other problem is the NFL has been historically cheap. The NFL salary cap is incredibly low for the money the NFL is supposed to have been bringing in. So as a result of that, you got to make tough decisions. Sometimes you got to lose people. And the quarterback market is getting blown up. And is Dak Prescott the one to blow the quarterback to decide to draw the line in the sand? Is that the quarterback going to draw the line in the sand on Dak Prescott? Because I watched Kirk Cousins get $80 million fully guaranteed. And that was Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. And that was terrible. It was
Kirk Cousins.
Like, what's Kirk Cousins doing now?
Fully guaranteed contract. Fully. The whole thing was guaranteed. All the years. Kirk Cousins.
It's
you want to draw the line on Dak?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
You want to draw the line on
Dak
Prescott?
It's completely ridiculous.
I'm going to tell you what line should be drawn. Mitch Trubisky. That's the line. You don't pay him.
Oh, yeah.
Well, got paid. Did he already get paid? I don't think he got paid already.
No, I'm pretty sure he hasn't gotten paid yet.
No. You don't pay that. You don't pay him.
The Chicago Bears were pretty smart. They're like, nah, we're going to hold you to that rookie contract. Ooh,
to me to
can we
say
use
that.
this because can we use this just to tease our next podcast? Because I'd
Yes.
like our next podcast just to be about NFL, us just having fun with the NFL QB free agency and
Yes.
draft coming up.
I'm here for
All
that.
right,
I'm here for that.
because
I can get into why I think Joe Burrow's gonna be a bust.
uh
I'm excited.
okay, yeah, okay,
Yes.
that's gonna be your teaser. That's your
Yes.
teaser.
Why Joe
I'm
Burrow's
gonna
gonna
throw
be a
you my
bust.
teaser.
All right.
You want to hear my teaser?
Yes.
Titus, we're about to be proven right on a prediction that we made 3 years ago, I want to
Ooh.
say.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Our prediction is going to come into fruition.
Oh, I'm excited for that.
And I'll go ahead and give
once you
you,
said Titus proven right, I was like, ooh, that's gonna be good.
yeah. Yeah. Should I just say that? I kind of want to just give the name of the person we were talking about.
Yeah, drop the name. You can drop the name.
Jacob Eason.
Oh yeah, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
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 I'm with you. I'm with
Yeah.
you.
I'm ready for that.
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
So,
But
yeah.
and I would
So,
like to spend just a couple seconds laughing at the Cleveland Cavaliers. I just want to give them 3 ha-has. Ha-ha, ha-ha, and ha-ha. And that concludes Cleveland Cavaliers coverage for today.
you slugs.